10. Boston Bruins vs. New York Rangers, 1979. In the heart of a heated hockey rivalry, the clash between the New York Rangers and the Boston Bruins in 1979 transcended the usual on-ice brawls, morphing into an unforgettable spectacle of fan-player altercations. The spark was lit in the game's dying moments when Bruins Al Secord retaliated against Ulf Nilsson for a prior confrontation. However, the flames roared when a bold fan escalated the situation by assaulting and pilfering the stick of Boston's Stan Jonathan, leading to an unprecedented response. Bruins players, in a show of solidarity, vaulted over the barriers into the stands, igniting a melee that saw Rangers Mike Milbury infamously wield a fan's own shoe as a weapon. This night of chaos, while alarming, thankfully didn't spiral into greater tragedy, thanks to the restraint shown amidst the tumult. It served as a pivotal moment, prompting the NHL to re-evaluate and enhance the safety measures at games, marking the dawn of higher protective barriers. This incident, a stark reminder of the thin ice upon which sportsmanship and spectatorship skate, led to necessary reforms that have safeguarded the sanctity of the game and its loyal followers ever since. 9. New York Knicks vs. Denver Nuggets, 2006. The catalyst for the chaos was a breach of an unspoken rule of basketball sportsmanship. You don't humiliate your already defeated opponents by making unnecessary showy plays in the game's final moments. This principle was ignored when Marty Collins of the New York Knicks committed a flagrant foul against Jay Smith of the Nuggets during a breakaway, a clear response to the perceived insult of an unwarranted dunk in the waning seconds of a dominantly won game. The ensuing melee was not just any scuffle. It escalated into a full-fledged on- and off-court skirmish, marking a dark moment in NBA history. In the midst of the turmoil, Carmelo Anthony, a burgeoning talent, was seen taking swings at Marty Collins, adding fuel to the already raging fire. The NBA, eager to shed the negative light of past controversies, responded with an iron fist, imposing fines amounting to $500,000 on each involved franchise and handing down multiple suspensions. This incident, emblematic of the fine line between competitive spirit and sportsmanship, serves as a stark reminder of the consequences when that line is crossed. 8. Italy vs. Chile, 1962. The 1962 FIFA World Cup stands out as perhaps the most tumultuous in the annals of soccer history, marked by an opening act that left 3 players with broken legs, another with a fractured ankle, and many others nursing cracked ribs and receiving disciplinary actions. Yet, it was the infamous Battle of Santiago match between Italy and the host nation, Chile, that would etch itself into the collective memory of the sport. The air was already thick with tension due to criticisms from the Italian press over Chile's hosting privileges. This combustible atmosphere ignited almost immediately, with the match's first foul occurring a mere 12 seconds in and the first ejection following swiftly at the 4-minute mark. As violence escalated, armed police intervened on the field, a rare sight in the sport, as players resorted to spitting, punching, and kicking, leaving behind a trail of blood and broken bones. Amidst this chaos, Ken Aston, the match referee, stood at the center. Aston would later revolutionize soccer by introducing the red and yellow card system, a concept likely spurred by the tumult he witnessed that day. 7. Hawthorn vs. Essendon, 2004. Throughout history, halftime speeches have been the catalyst for monumental comebacks, transforming the trajectory of countless games. Yet, it was the words of Hawthorn club director Dermot Brereton in a pivotal 2004 AFL clash that ignited a fiery spirit like no other. Brereton's call to draw a line in the sand wasn't just a metaphor. It was a battle cry that roused Hawthorn from their slumber. Dominated by Essendon in the game's first half, Hawthorn retaliated with a fury unleashed in the second, marking the field with a display of raw aggression. The air was thick with tension as headbutts, knees, and formidable tackles were exchanged, leaving players in a daze, marred by blood and sweat. This wasn't just a game. It was a moment that would etch itself in the annals of AFL history, culminating in one of the most significant tribunals the league has ever seen, replete with staggering fines and numerous suspensions.
6. Athletic Bilbao vs FC Barcelona, 1984.
In the charged atmosphere of the 1984 Copa del Rey final, The stage was set for an unforgettable clash between Athletic Bilbao and Barcelona, fueled by a simmering feud rooted in a previous incident where Bilbao's Anton Goicoechea had inflicted a serious injury on Barcelona's icon, Diego Maradona. This historic encounter would unfold with intense aggression, culminating in a narrow 1-0 victory for Bilbao amidst a flurry of yellow cards, effectively silencing Barcelona's offensive efforts. The match reached a boiling point when Maradona, fueled by the high stakes and his personal vendetta, unleashed his frustration in a dramatic confrontation with Bilbao's Miguel Angel, delivering a flying knee that rendered Angel unconscious. What ensued was a chaotic spectacle reminiscent of a martial arts battle, with players exchanging airborne assaults. The situation escalated to such an extent that riot police, armed and shielded, were required to intervene, restoring order as they escorted the Barcelona team off the field under a barrage of debris from the stands. 5. Atlanta Braves vs. San Diego Padres, 1984. The drama unfolded from the get-go, as Pascual Perez, the starting pitcher, ignited a firestorm by hitting Alan Wiggins, the Padres' leadoff man, with the very first pitch of the game. This act of aggression set off a chain reaction, with the Padres seeking retribution by aiming pitches at Perez, culminating in a hit during his final at-bat. This escalation led to a tumultuous bench-clearing brawl, a spectacle so heated that it drew fans into the fray, some of whom ended in handcuffs. Yet, the chaos didn't stop there. Subsequent altercations erupted, punctuating the game with 3 massive brawls and leading to the arrest of 5 fans. In a turn of events that bordered on the miraculous, no serious injuries were reported, although Padres manager Dick Williams faced a steep penalty, a $10,000 fine, for his role in the melee. 4. Miami Hurricanes vs. FIU Golden Panthers, 2006. What was anticipated as the dawn of an exhilarating rivalry between the Miami Hurricanes and the FIU Panthers quickly spiraled into a spectacle far from friendly. From the outset, a barrage of trash talk set a tone more combative than competitive, with the game itself languishing in a quagmire of low scores and rampant fouls. The situation escalated dramatically after a Miami player provocatively taunted the FIU bench following a touchdown, leading to an all-out melee. The ensuing chaos resulted in 13 players being ejected, overshadowing Miami's 35-0 victory. The event, rather than being remembered for athletic prowess, became an infamous testament to the thin line between rivalry and rancor. 3. Soviet Union vs. Canada, 1987. In the riveting realm of international hockey, the game is known for its disciplined play, a stark contrast to the rough-and-tumble style often seen in the NHL. Yet, this expectation was shattered in an unforgettable clash between Canada and the Soviets during the climax of the World Junior Hockey Championships. Picture a scene more intense than the usual bench-clearing brawl, a relentless 20-minute melee that spiraled beyond anyone's control. In a desperate bid to quell the chaos, officials resorted to the dramatic measure of turning off the arena lights. Yet even this drastic action barely made a dent in the fervor of the fight. The aftermath was as dramatic as the event itself, with both teams being expelled from the tournament. This decision dealt a particularly harsh blow to the Canadian team, who entered the match with a medal within their grasp, only to leave with the heavy weight of what could have been. 2. Montreal Canadiens vs. Quebec Nordiques, 1984. In an unforgettable spectacle that transcended mere sports rivalry, the Good Friday Massacre between the Montreal Canadiens and the Quebec Nordiques stands unparalleled, a testament to ice hockey's intense passion and drama. Far more than just a game, this clash was set against the fervent backdrop of Quebec's quest for sovereignty, elevating it to a cultural and social phenomenon. The storied rivalry, known as the Battle of Quebec, reached its boiling point in a match filled with spectacle, fervent spirit, and an unexpected, thrilling comeback. The game was punctuated by skirmishes, notably when Pale Hunter's aggressive play on Guy Carbonneau ignited a 40-player melee that became the stuff of legend. The rivalry even saw familial bonds set aside, with brothers Mark and Dale Hunter clashing on the ice. Yet, it was the Canadiens' breathtaking rally, scoring 5 rapid-fire goals to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, that sealed this game's legacy in hockey lore. A story of rivalry, resilience, and the unforgettable high stakes of playoff hockey. 1. Indiana Pacers vs. Detroit Pistons, 2004. In a dramatic showdown in November 2004, the Indiana Pacers, comfortably ahead in their game against the Detroit Pistons, witnessed an unexpected turn of events in the final 45 seconds. A foul by Ron Artest on Ben Wallace sparked a minor altercation that quickly escalated when a drink hurled by a fan at Artest ignited a fiery response. Artest, mistakenly targeting the wrong fan, led a charge into the stands, triggering a chaotic melee involving fans and several Pacers players leaping to defend their teammate. The altercation became so intense that officials ended the game prematurely, compelling players to retreat amidst a barrage of beverages. This notorious event, which resulted in suspensions, fines, and legal consequences, led the NBA to strengthen event security and revise alcohol sales policies. Forever marked by notoriety, the Malice at the Palace remains a pivotal moment in sports history, later immortalized by a 2021 Netflix documentary. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for more content. Also, don't forget to share this video with your friends. We appreciate your support. Bye.